I just made a huge weight loss mistake, and I want to share it with you guys because I want to make sure that no one ever does this. I've lost 130 pounds and I've kept it off for 10 years, and I'm usually really careful, so I can't believe that I did this. And this weight loss mistake has been one of Kyle and I's biggest fears since the beginning of our weight loss journey, and it's actually happened. So this is the story. Kyle and I are doing a cut right now where we're trying to lean out, lose body fat, and get in the best shape that we can in 10 weeks. And I've shared in a couple of my videos with you guys that week number 1 was great. I lost 4.8 pounds. Well, week 2 and 3, I slowed down a little bit with my weight loss. I was still losing, but very slow, like 0.1 here, 0.2 there, not the 1 or 2 pounds that I was hoping to lose each week. But that can be normal when I'm doing a cut. Sometimes my weight loss will slow and then it will sort of like pick back up again. So I didn't really think anything of it. I also have hormone problems where I have PCOS. So sometimes when my hormones are off, that can cause some bloating that will make my weight go down a bit slower than normal. So I just was like, oh, it'll break. This is just normal. I'm just gonna keep being consistent with my diet, eating in a calorie deficit, and doing my cardio. So a few nights ago, Kyle and I were choosing a pop because we have a pop every single night, a diet pop, as a treat. And we usually like hang out, be buds, play video games, and drink our pop. So we decided to choose what we thought was Blackberry Ginger Ale Zero. We were drinking it, we were enjoying it. A couple minutes after I finished my can, Kyle comes to me with the can facing the calorie part. And he said, Nicole, I think I figured out why our weight loss has slowed down. And I kind of looked at him and he goes, we've been drinking the full sugar one. And I kind of looked at him in disbelief for a minute, and then I looked at the can, 140 calories. I literally said, oh my God. So here's the evidence. This is the case, and this is the can. So it says 140 calories right on it. Kyle and I double and triple check this stuff all the time. I have no idea how we missed this because we are so careful. Like, if you guys have been watching us for a long time, like, you know that we would never make a mistake like this, but it was a rough couple of weeks, to be honest. Like, we had a lot going on. We weren't really sleeping. We were dog sitting. And when we're cutting, when our calories are lower, we get what we call diet brain, which means you get like foggy headed sometimes and kind of dopey, and we can make silly mistakes during that time. So somehow we missed it. And even though our weight loss didn't stop completely, it was just going down a little bit slow, and the cans were spread out. So this is the worst part. We were almost finished the case, meaning there were only 2 cans left. So each of us had 5 cans of that 140 calorie pop. It was spread out over a couple of weeks, which is why our weight loss didn't stop completely. It just was a little slow, but it was still going. 5 cans times 140 calories, that's 700 extra calories that we didn't even know we were consuming. We thought we were doing all the right things. We thought we were drinking zero sugar pop and eating in our calorie deficit, and we had no idea that we had made that mistake.
To be fair, the cases and the cans look almost identical except for that zero part that we missed.
Yes, and we looked everywhere, and this is so funny because when we wanted to film this video, we went looking for the zero Blackberry Ginger Ale to show you guys like how similar the cases are. Nowhere to be found. We went to 3 different grocery stores and it's gone. There's only the regular. So, but they are very similar. Mistakes happen on a weight loss journey. Even 10 years later, Kyle and I still make mistakes sometimes because we're human, and mistakes are normal on a weight loss journey. You should actually expect that you will make them and that they will happen, because weight loss isn't linear. Stuff happens. Sometimes you can think that you're doing all the right things, and then exhibit A happens. You have a moment and you go, what the heck? I didn't know I did that. So when mistakes happen, instead of getting mad at yourself, be gentle on yourself, because you literally might have done what we did. Like, we thought we were doing everything right, and it was an overlook. We just didn't see it that week. So in the past, we would have beat ourselves up. We would have felt very guilty, and that might have thrown us off track. And I'm gonna be honest, there was a voice in my head saying, well, you already had 700 extra calories, Nicole, why don't you just eat whatever you want right now? And that was in there for a few minutes, but I chose to ignore it and to keep moving on, because that's what you do. When you make a mistake, you forgive yourself and you try to take a lesson from it instead of getting mad, throwing your diet out the window. Is there something you could do differently next time? We know now that we do get diet brain when we're cutting, so we need to be extra careful. And so we've been really practicing the do one thing at a time. And when we put stuff in our cart on the last grocery day, we double checked. And every time we get a pop now, we go, wait, is this zero? And we really make sure. So we have learned our lesson to not take for granted that we won't make that mistake. And we're double checking. The other lesson we learned is our weight loss was still moving down. It didn't stop completely. So what we learned from this is, if you are consistent with your diet, with eating in a calorie deficit most of the time and doing your cardio consistently most of the time, if you make a mistake, it's not gonna affect you that much. Just get right back on the horse and keep going. And here's something that was really helpful for Kyle and I that might be helpful for you. If you accidentally eat more than you planned, or you did something like we did where you consume more calories than you realized, in order to gain weight, like, you need to eat 3,500 calories above your maintenance calories to gain just 1 pound of fat. And that's why it really didn't affect us that much making that mistake, because we were consistent eating in a calorie deficit most of the time. So if you eat a little bit too much one day, do not throw your progress out the window. It's one day. It's not going to affect you. It's the days that you're consistent most of the time that are going to help you progress and get the results that you want. And if you want to know like exactly what I ate and did to lose my weight, keep it off, and get in the best shape of my life, I have 4 weight loss ebooks. You can buy them all separate and use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off. Or you can buy all 4 in my everything bundle for a cheaper price, and then you can use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off the already cheaper price for a double savings. The link's down below for that stuff, and you can check that out if you like. If you are looking for a great protein, I got you covered. This is HTLT Sups, the vanilla ice cream flavor, the friends, the best tasting vanilla protein you will ever have. And Kyle and I have tried a ton, and this one wins every time. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below for that. If you make a mistake, don't feel guilty. Don't beat yourself up. Remember that on a weight loss journey, mistakes will happen. Try to take the lesson from it. Is there something you can change? And then move forward. Get right back on track, or change it if you need to, and then start being consistent. Eat what you like in a calorie deficit. Be consistent with it. Do cardio that you like, that you can sustain, and be consistent with that. And if you make a mistake, it's just a bump in the road. Just keep on trucking forward and don't stop. Thanks for watching. Love ya. See ya. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up.